Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about Orly Spring 2017, and they look like this. They are very light powder pastel candy colored polishes. We have 5 creams and 1 iridescent topper that is gorgeous. It's flashing gorgeous things with glitters and stars and stuff. Okay, so I picked up this collection from HB Beauty Bar. I really like that site. They're pretty reliable, fast shipping, and they always have sales there. So you can look for like, get 20% off this weekend, stuff like that. This collection is called La La Land, and in keeping with all of their recent collections, it is themed on California as they are made here in LA. In this video, we're going to look at live application of all 6 polishes so that you can see how they go on my nails, so that rather than just looking at a picture of the polish and trying to guess what the application is like, you actually get to see me apply it on my nails so that you already know what it's going to be like. And thus we have the purpose of my channel. So if this is your first time here, welcome. If you really value being able to see how a polish applies before you purchase it, then this is probably a channel for you, and you can go ahead and click that subscribe button and you won't miss out on any of my videos. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the rainbow. We have a very light pink that we're gonna start with, and then we have like a pinky coral shade. First off, I want to let you know that the formula is the same for all the cream polishes. You know, we're not going to count the glitter there because it's, you know, completely different finish-wise and everything. But as for the 5 cream shades right here, the formula is all the same, and the formula is very sheer and a little bit runny. So I found the best way to apply these is to do a very light hand and don't overload my brush. We've got the big, gorgeous Orly brushes and the wide wand that make it really easy to get a lot of polish on your nail. You can basically do a 1 stroke. However, this formula is pretty wet and runny. So I had to take it lightly, like I said, on my brush, not get too much product on. And then I had to do at least 3 coats. I feel like some of them needed more than that, but I was too stubborn to do more because this is a pretty runny formula, and so my nail was already starting to get a little bit goopy. So that's enough talk. Let's get right into these polishes. Let's start out with the pink, and it's called Head in the Clouds. So here it is here. It's a beautiful, beautiful, very light powder pink. I feel like if this had a little bit better opaque formula, maybe opaque at 2 coats, oh, I just would have really loved this. However, this was probably one of the sheerest ones, I want to say, out of the 5. It was just too sheer, and I had to, in order to not, this really wanted to pool in my cuticles and just get really messy unless you barely get a tiny bit on your brush, and then it made it so it was very, very sheer. However, this might be the kind of look that you're going for. Think kind of like a French manicure looking topper pink, but more pigment than that. But not an insane amount more than that. It's kind of what it made me think of as I was applying this. So anyway, you've seen here, you know, how this goes on. It is a very beautiful color, but for me, I was just wanting a little bit more pigment and a little bit messy, a little bit less messy. This next polish is called Cool in California. So this polish really reminded me of some of their other very bright pinky coral neons, because this is a very bright polish, but it has the same formula. So this is going to look pretty thin, pretty runny, not very opaque, unfortunately. The color is very beautiful though. So if you don't mind, really, you know, that you can still really see through to the nail, this may be a look that you feel like is very chic and fun and youthful. So anyway, this was Cool in California. The green is next, and it is so beautiful. This one is called Big City Dreams. And you know what I think was making this collection a little bit more disappointing for me even was the fact that these colors are just so divine. Remember Vintage from their 2016 spring collection? Remember how bright that was and how the formula was just so beautiful? It made my top polishes of all of 2016. It was the first polish of the year that I loved, and it was one of the only spring polishes of the whole year that I loved. I feel like they could have done that with this, but it's just too thin. It has too much suspension base in it. It's too sheer, and it's running all over the place, unfortunately. But the color is just so perfect. I just kept wanting to tell myself, just brush even more off and just do more thin coats to get this to be okay. But for me, I was just I feel like there are other polishes in this shade that are gonna give me a little bit better coverage and not require as many coats. Because the thing about lots of coats is then you have more dry time. I do want to say though that these are incredibly gorgeous and glossy on the nail. You do not need top coat with these. I mean, of course, put on top coat if you want to extend the wearability of your manicure and stuff, but what I'm saying is they're really, really glossy. That was one of my things that I really liked about them. So they definitely have that going for them. The next up is the blue, and this one's called Forget Me Not. This shade is really, really pretty. I didn't love it quite as much as the green, but it is a shade that I really kind of gravitate to, and so I was really hoping that this one was going to pull it out. But it had a very similar formula. It's going to go on just the same. I'm going to show you 3 coats here of this one. And again, for me, I think I would choose something else over this just because I just don't want to have to do as many coats, even though the color is so beautiful. The last cream in the collection is this purple, and it does kind of go with my shirt today. I didn't even realize that. It's kind of a lighter version of my shirt. It is what I've had on my nails in this video. This was my favorite cream out of the collection. I do like purples, so I'm naturally gravitating to this one. For me, this was the only one after I'd done all the creams that I thought I would actually wear this again, knowing that I'm going to have that kind of formula because I like the color so much. It does have the same formula as the other ones. It's just for me, this was the one that I was like, okay, I'll go with it. For you, that one may be the green or the pink. You know what I mean? This one didn't necessarily have any better formula. It was just this was the color that I was naturally enjoying the most. Again, this looks so glossy and beautiful without a top coat or anything. So anyway, I liked it, but the application was just the same. Last up, we have the topper polish. So this is called Anything Goes. And this polish is so pretty. They're playing with reflective shimmers, which are really, really popular right now. And basically what that means is they've got, well, and for this polish in particular, there's pink and gold shimmers reflecting in here. So depending on which way you look at it, it kind of looks like a duochrome polish, but it's a shimmer in there that's doing that. So basically, whichever way you turn it, sometimes you're going to see pink shimmer on your nails, sometimes you're going to see gold shimmer, and then we've got stars here. There's teal stars, and then we've got pink circles that are iridescent at some angles, so they're flashing different things. It's really, really beautiful. I'm showing this over a few different polishes in the collection, which it looks really nice over, and it does kind of give an extra, like a totally different, of course, a totally different look to the nail, but it also did kind of shift the base color a little bit. Because of that very thick sparkle, the shimmer between pink and yellow. This is not a shy shimmer by any means. And then I put it over a black because, as you guys know if you've been here with me for a while, whenever there is a shifty shimmer like that, I put it over black just as I would with a duochrome polish because it's going to give a base for that shimmer to really jump off of. And I loved it that way too. I didn't necessarily love it more than the other ways just because I do feel like this goes well with the nice light pastel candy colors in the collection. But yeah, I really liked it over the black as well. It totally makes it different. It makes it a standalone polish. So anyway, I have to say the stars and the circles were not necessarily my favorite, but we're getting nitpicky here. I really loved this for the shifty shimmer. Alright guys, so that was my whole review. Just because something didn't really float my boat does not mean that if you love it, that it's bad if you pick it up. No way. If you loved that, go for it. I hope that you get it and you love it and you wear it, and I hope that it is absolutely what you were looking for. So just because what I'm trying to say is my review is not the end all be all, obviously. So anyway, if you did really enjoy these, let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Like I said, mine was the purple, but oh, that green, that color on that green was so just yummy. And I thought that the topper, if they would have just left those stars and the circles out, man, that would have been a really perfect topper. So that was my review on this collection. I hope that it helped you so that you know if you really do want to go ahead and pick this up. Orly does release 4 collections a year, so there's going to be a lot more to look forward to for Orly this year. But yeah, this was their first collection in 2017. I hope you found it helpful. I will see you back for the next review, you guys. Take care. Bye.